Hello guys, hello again. I am doing today a green banana pie or green banana casserole. I used to love this when I was growing up. It was one of my favorite Sunday meals, the green banana casserole. So in the interest of time, I have some mushrooms here, and you can see I have some olives. This is olives, and you're coming in on the tail end of this. So I have tons and tons of dry. I didn't use any fresh onions because I'm going to be doing the green onions in the green sauce. So I have onion powder, I have some sage, I have paprika, salt, some cayenne pepper, did I say onion powder? Some oregano, some savory. Just, I felt like everything but the kitchen sink today. I put a whole lot of stuff in here. Of course, you can modify and you can custom your seasonings and put your the recipe is going to be in my cookbook. So you coming in on the tail end. I'm going to wrap this up with a tablespoon of tomato paste. Some tomato paste. This is all concentrating the flavors, so this is gonna be really good and flavorful. So we're gonna mix this in, the tomato paste. Put some, take off the spoon, and then I'm going to put a tablespoon of chickpea miso paste right there. This is all for flavor, right? And then the last thing I'm gonna put in here is some chickpea tamari sauce. So I sauteed the mushrooms with a little bit of vegan butter and grapeseed oil. You know, I like to mix butter and oil. And that's it, guys. So casseroles, have many steps. So I have to do the green sauce, and then I have to cook my green bananas, and then I'm going to make a really nice topping for this. I'm really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this. And this is a great Thanksgiving holiday casserole pie. So let's move on to the next step. So the next step is the green bananas. Here I have some green bananas that I'm going to show you how to peel. And the trick to doing this is that you peel it on the water. I know people cut the bananas like this and put it in the water. Well, we couldn't do this when I was growing up because my mother would just kill me. You would have a ring around the pot when you cook the bananas like that. So we peel the bananas. And the trick is to hold it on the water when you're peeling it. You can do it like that, but this is not how I'm doing it. I'm peeling it. You have to hold it on the water and it would peel very easily. The water flowing over it would help the skin to separate from, and you have to take your fingers and pry it open a little bit, or even take the knife like this and pry it open. I mean, if you find this is just too difficult or you don't have the time, just cut it and cook it with the skin. I have not done it like that. I've never done it like that. I always peel my bananas. Always peel my bananas. So I just wanted to show you, this is the trick. You have to hold it under cold water, and then you let it sit in some cold water in a dish until you're done with all of your bananas. Let me just show you another one. You pry it with the knife and then you pull it apart like this. It's not that difficult. Okay, it's done. So I'm gonna finish doing the rest of it, and then we're gonna put this in the pot to cook. So my water is bubbling up here, and I have my peeled green bananas here. I'm going to put into the pot. This is salted. Make sure you salt your water, else the bananas are not gonna have any taste. So this is going to cook for about 15 minutes. And then I get back and we do the next step. So guys, we're now going to do our green sauce. So I have my herbs here, a lot of aromatics, gonna be delicious. I have my shadow benny here. The shadow benny has the same flavor as the cilantro, but this is a wide leaf. We call it shadow benny in the Caribbean. I have a bit of ginger here. I have some chives. I have a jalapeno pepper, like a medium size. I removed the seeds. And I decided to put some sage. I found some sage in my refrigerator here. And I have 3 scallions here, or green onions. And I have my, this is about a cup chopped up curly parsley, which I prefer than the flat leaf. I think it has more flavor. And I'm going to put some basil, right? So this is all our greens for our green sauce. So let's dump all of this into the blender and move on to the next step. So I rough chopped my herbs and I'm going to put it into my blender now so we can process and get our green sauce. I'm going to add some water to this to get it going. I'm going to cover this up. Add some water and get this going. I'm going to push this down at the bottom, and wow, this smells really good, guys. I'm smelling the parsley and the cilantro or shadow benny, the ginger. So here are the bananas that I cooked, and they were cooking for about 20-25 minutes, and I'm going to smash it. So we smash it, and then now that we have all of our parts for the casserole, we're gonna come back and put it all together. So I have my dish here. I buttered my dish with some vegan butter. I'm now going to put a layer of the green bananas, smashed green bananas, on the bottom of the dish. I need some oil so that this doesn't stick to the to the spoon. So this is what you do. You put this all over the first layer, and then we put our mushrooms. So this was sticky, so what I did was I poured a little bit of oil on the bananas, and now it's so that I can smooth it out easily. So I only did a small amount for demonstration purposes. It's not a lot, so I'll be doing one layer, not two. Because what you do is you put the banana, then you put the mushrooms, and you put the green sauce, and then you start over again and you do the green bananas, and so on and so on. So I'm only going to do 2 layers. So I'm going to put my meat equivalent mushrooms. This is so good. So I have way more here than I need. Maybe I make some patties with the rest of the mushroom mixture. So I'm gonna spread this out. So this is like shepherd's pie, I guess. It's like a shepherd's pie, but you know, with green bananas instead of potatoes. And then I'm going to put my green sauce over this. Put my green sauce. So this is really going to amalgamate and incorporate and get into the mushrooms, because this is high season here. You know, this green sauce, I mean, you cannot go wrong with this green sauce. Right, so, and now we're going to start over again with our bananas. Yeah, I have just enough for 2 layers of this. So I'm going to spread this out and then get back to you. I'm going to smooth it out with some oil to make it easier to spread out. So our last step to the green banana casserole pie, shepherd's pie, whatever you want to say, is a really decadent topping that I came up with. So I have some vegan butter and some grapeseed oil in the pan, about 1.5 tablespoons of each. And now I'm going to add some white spelt flour, about 1 tablespoon of that. A heaping tablespoon of that. Gonna let your butter cook. And I'm going to add my favorite mushroom powder for flavor. About 2 teaspoons of that. So I'm making this topping that I think is going to be a good substitute for the cheesy toppings that they usually do for the pie. So I made some walnut sauce. I added a little bit of agave syrup, and I soaked the walnut to soften it up a bit before I pureed it with some water. So all this is some walnut paste with a little bit of agave. That's it. And then I grated some, see, this is thickening up. I grated some butternut squash that I'm going to this is enough for the dish that I have. This is the butternut squash that I grated on my box grater, and so I'm going to put dots of this on top of the casserole, and then it's going to finish cooking in the oven. So this is how I want it, because I'm just going to put dots of it. All, you know, all over the top of the pie. Or you can put dots on it. It's going to spread out. So this is good. And then I'm going to put some breadcrumbs, homemade breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs. And that's it. That's our topping. And salt and pepper to taste, of course. Okay? So I put my butternut squash topping on this, and I'm spreading it out now. I'm spreading it out. And then I'm going to put some of my homemade panko breadcrumbs, which I seasoned a little bit. I mixed in some vegan butter into the breadcrumbs, and I added some paprika. You could add paprika, with some onion powder, whatever your heart's desire. So that's it. So the last thing we're going to do, this is a very involved process, but you know, this is my breadcrumbs here. It has butter on it and some paprika. I'm gonna put it all over this, and we're gonna put it 350 degrees 35 minutes, and this should be bubbly and just decadent and delicious, guys. Best green banana pie you have ever had in your life. So that's it. We're gonna stick this in the oven, and then when it's done, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So guys, here is your green banana pie. It is really, really delicious. It smells so good, and I hope you make it, and for your Thanksgiving feast, for your holiday dinner, lunch. And thanks for watching, and I appreciate your support. Take care. Bye-bye.